Hey everyone, welcome back to our weekly live stream. For those who are new here, I'm Sia, and I have two incredible copy bots running on our front page of Panics app. If you haven't already, be sure to check them out. Each week, we bring Jay, our head trader, to discuss the latest news, provide valuable technical analysis, and address any questions you may have. Jay's expertise and insights are truly invaluable. To stay updated and never miss a live stream, make sure to hit that subscribe button and enable notification. We have exciting contents lined up for you every week. So without further ado, let's dive into today's session and uncover some exciting opportunities in the market. Let's welcome Jay.
Thank you, Sia. Hey, everybody. I hope everyone is having a great day wherever you guys are. We are, of course, in the United States, and it is nice late in the afternoon for us. So, welcome, everybody. Let's see who's here. Luca. Hey, Luca. Hey, Liam. Hey, Amir. Shout out to Danny, Luca. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We got some important news to cover today, and as always, we hope to share some valuable information that can help you guys in your trading. And of course, we also have a giveaway in the middle of our stream, so be sure to stick around for that. And then we will share the rules. And this time, we increased the reward as well to make it more attractive to you guys to give back a little bit to the Pinex community. Before we start, make sure you guys drop a like, drop a subscribe to help support Pinex and help support the live stream. And let's get started. Hey, Nico's also. Hey, Niles. Good morning. Well, good afternoon for us, but good morning to you guys, or good night. Could be. We are a global community here, right? Crypto doesn't have borders. You could be anywhere in the world. We got audience from India. We got audience from the UK, of course, United States, Canada. Oh, Danny's from Canada, China, Australia, right? We basically got half the world in here on the Pinex live stream. So, very excited to be talking to you guys, to be such diverse community. Niles, thanks. Thank you. It is a nice looking piano. See, people do like it. People do like the background. Well, before we get started, I'm sure everyone or most people should have heard, if you guys are on Twitter, the SEC has sued Coinbase as well as Binance in this past week. So this is what's been causing the dump in altcoins as well as volatility in general for the crypto market. Before we start, I don't want to say anything bad about anyone, but let's just take a look at this video about what the SEC chairman has to say about cryptocurrency. Just to catch everyone up, just have a little quick catch up. Let me share my screen, guys. Let's see. Window is this one, but I will actually share something else. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my tab, actually. Give me 1 second. Chrome tab. Here we go. So for some quick context, first of all, let's just I just wanted to show you guys, SEC sues Binance and the CEO CZ. As most people have known, Binance is famous, so it's CZ for U.S. security violations. So basically, the SEC is saying that CZ and especially Binance has not been following the laws set for the United States, and they have been selling illegal securities. But the worst part is they also accuse them of doing fraud as well as market manipulation. So if you guys have been around crypto for a while, Binance, at least in the past couple of years, has been known to manipulate the prices on their cryptocurrency so they can liquidate. They can liquidate futures traders so they can profit. They basically trade against some of their users. Now, I think they have been improving in the past couple of years, But the SEC is still basically going after them for what had happened in the previous years, even if they're not doing it now. And this is Gary Gensler. He is the head of the SEC, and this is what basically he had to say about cryptocurrencies.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes, the public being left in line at the bankruptcy courts. We've seen this story before. Hucksters.
So you guys heard that one, right? You heard the sound, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make any comments, but this is the SEC's attitude towards the crypto market right now. And of course, that is not really what we want to see. It is not very positive. But as we go more into it, I will show you how this news has really affected the crypto prices and our views on what is happening with Bitcoin, and we will also cover some altcoins as well. Hi Mario, welcome to the live stream. We got Mario from Italy, so that's pretty cool. So we got more of Europe in here now. And Niall says unregulated because there are no regulations to set up. Yes, exactly, and we will go over that as well. So I don't really agree. The SEC have said that you can come in to register your exchange, and then we will let you guys trade, right? And we will prove you guys and let you guys do whatever you want. But as we can see over here on CoinDesk, Robinhood has said that they tried to come in and register like what the SEC had wanted. And apparently they have been doing this for 16 months, I believe. Let me see. Yes, right here. Gary Gensler at the SEC said, come in and register. And we did, said Robinhood, right? We went through a 16-month process with the SEC staff trying to register a special purpose broker-dealer. And we were pretty summarily told in March that the process was over and we could not see any fruits of that effort. So basically, they tried to follow what Gary was saying, to come in and register and try to do that. But they went through the process after almost a year and a half. Nothing came from that process, right? Nothing came from that process of what the SEC wanted them to do. And so what can they do? There's no regulation. There's no process to get regulated. So it is very difficult, for crypto firms to follow what in the steps of what Gary wanted them to do. But let's see. I just want to share this chart with you guys. I feel like this is a very important chart. So in the red, it basically shows negative actions the SEC has taken against crypto in general. Doesn't matter which crypto, just the crypto community or crypto landscape in general. And the blue, labeled in blue, is actually positive actions that the SEC or just in general regulation towards the crypto industry. And if you guys look, all of the positive actions, for example, right, in 2017, the SEC approved BTC futures. That is a very positive news. That means that we are legally allowed under regulatory laws to trade as Bitcoin futures. That is very positive news, right? That means institutions can participate. That means banks and regular users in the United States can feel safe trading it. And if you guys look at over here in 2021, Coinbase IPO'd, right? This is also very positive because for Coinbase to IPO, the SEC has to approve of their process. They have to go dig through their financials, look at their business model, and say, okay, you are approved. We are letting retail investors invest in your company, right? So what's funny about that is SEC approved Coinbase to be a public company, but now the SEC is telling Coinbase is basically operating illegally, and they are listing securities that or not approved by them. So it's a lot of contradictory information coming from the SEC, as you guys can see. And of course, later in 2021, in November, the SEC approved a Bitcoin futures ETF. And what's funny about this, right? What's funny about this is that in the past 3 times when the SEC had positive reinforcement for crypto, we always ended up at the top of the market, right? Every time, the 3 times the SEC had positive news, positive enforcement for crypto, we had end up at the top of the market. Now, let me just show you guys this chart real quick as well. This is a very general, basically almost like general knowledge, right? The psychology of a market cycle. This is how human psychology works, right? A lot of what's going on in the markets is driven by psychology. So if you guys look at the chart, during the bear market, which we're in right now, there's anger, there's depression, there's disbelief, right? But when crypto market goes up in the beginning of the bull market, for example, in 2020, we have hope, we have optimism, we have belief, right? For example, when your grandma, when your mom starts talking about Bitcoin, when everyone's like, Bitcoin's the future, everyone's jumping in, Snoop Dogg is jumping in, all the, regulators or even, like governors are saying, hey, crypto is great. For example, El Salvador adopting Bitcoin as their national currency, right? And making legal tender. And all these are all on the way up in the bull market. We have thrill, we have euphoria. So it seems like all these good news come out at the top of the market because it's driving investors to be euphoric, right? They're not thinking clearly. They're just saying, oh my God, SEC just IPO'd Coinbase. The SEC just allowed Bitcoin futures or Bitcoin ETF futures ETF to be traded. So these are all positive news, and people get euphoric and people chase up. And then of course, what happens when there's euphoria, it's basically the end of the bubble, the end of the psychological cycle, right? And then we have a dip, and then we have a bounce, we have complacency. We're like, we're going to go back to all-time highs. This is no problem. And then as we come down during the bear market in 2022, all of last year, we just went down, right? We have anxiety, we have denial, we have panic, we have anger, we have disbelief that there's no way that we're in a bear market. No way Bitcoin is at 15,000 right now. So during this time is when people capitulate all the way down, right? People capitulate and they get out of the market. And during this phase of sideways action, a lot of people get scared out. So you guys are here in the live stream right now who are still in the market. You survived the bear market. So you guys are well positioned to, stack Bitcoin to build a good foundation for the next bull run. So if you are here right now, you survived the bear market, unlike the 90% of people who get scared out and leave, right? You guys are in a better position than 99% of the population who will come back during the bull market when they're chasing up this belief, thrill, euphoria phase, right? So I am proud of you guys for being here, and you should be proud of yourselves as well, just for surviving the bear market and for still being here and participating in the crypto industry. And let me look at the chat real quick. Hey, Ben. What's up, Bella? And Omar. Welcome, guys. And Danny says, spreading FUD, only the patient ones will prevail. Exactly. That is exactly what I just said, right? That's exactly what we're talking about. The SEC, and then, during this down phase when everyone is just scared, it's just a bunch of FUD coming around. Everyone is going crazy. No one knows what's going on. Luna bankruptcies, right? Celsius bankruptcy, FTX bankruptcy. Only the legitimate exchanges such as Pinex or Coinbase will survive in the end because there's nothing, because we survived the FUD, right? There's FUD, but we're still around, and you can still withdraw your money, and we're still building through the bear market. That's how you can tell that, someone is a legitimate exchange. So right now, Binance is getting hit pretty hard. Actually, hold on. Before I talk about that, though, let's come back to this. So now let's look at some of the bearish news that came out from the SEC, right? So let's look at this red. SEC sued Ether Delta. I don't even remember this one, but this is one of the first lawsuits SEC had against a crypto company. SEC sues EOS. SEC sued Tron. I don't know why this says Tron. I'm pretty sure this is Tron. SEC sued XRP. SEC sued Bloom Protocol. SEC sued Yoga Labs, and then SEC sued Binance, CZ, and Coinbase. So if you guys are looking at this, right, when the SEC sues people, it seems like it's always in a bear market, right? They make easy targets in the bear market. People in the bear market, they don't have money. The public isn't supporting crypto, right? And the SEC probably has more political backing, political pressure even to go after crypto companies, because we just had, FTX go bankrupt. We just had Luna blow up, right? We had Celsius basically go bankrupt and BlockFi go bankrupt, right? So the SEC, there's a lot of political pressure in America for the SEC to go after these, these more unregulated and scammy, companies. And, that's not such a bad thing, right? So if you guys can see on this chart, the SEC, has all these regulatory and attacks on the crypto industry during the bear market. And if we go back to this chart, it is in this section of disbelief, depression, and anger where the SEC goes after all these companies. And this, of course, further causes people to, leave the crypto market, give up on crypto as well, because the SEC is coming after crypto, right? So this just adds to the bear market. But if we go back to this chart, what happens after the SEC enforces all of these rules and comes after crypto companies? Usually we get a bull run. And usually during the periods where SEC is coming after crypto, it is the best time to build a position, right? And of course, I'm not talking about altcoins right now, because in the bear market, the best positions to have is in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So any of the larger cryptocurrencies. So just be mindful of that, especially later on in the live stream. I'm going to be going over the list of altcoins that the SEC has now labeled a security through their enforcement action. So let's go take a look. At that. And for you guys in the US, or you guys are on Binance US, make sure you guys, I don't want to spread any FUD, but I would say, move your funds from Binance US to another exchange, over to Pinex or to Coinbase or someone like that, because because Binance.us is actually pausing US dollar withdrawals. So you can see that it says, our payment and banking partners have signaled their intent to pause USD fiat channels as early as June 13th. So that's in 4 days. So basically, if you guys have money here, you are not able to withdraw your money, at least US dollars. You can move crypto still, but you're not allowed to withdraw US dollars into your bank. So make sure you guys are, if you guys are on Binance.us, you guys know that, and we want your money to be safe as well. And Liam said, is Pinex safe from the SEC? So we have been getting the proper licensing, right? We have been, we focused on regulation. We didn't come to the US until we had licensing. We follow all the available rules as much as we can, right? And so I believe, we're in a good spot. Of course, Coinbase, even though they followed a lot of the rules, they still got sued by the SEC for listing securities, what the SEC considers securities. So there is no list of securities that we can just go off of, right? There's no list that just says this is a security, that's a security. So it's hard to, so maybe it's hard to tell, right? It's hard to tell which one, if we're even breaking the rules or not, because the SEC is so vague about the list of securities. But, overall, we are very compliant, and our focus is on compliance and, of course, standing and getting regulated by the SEC. let's see here. So let's talk about some of the altcoins that were mentioned in the SEC lawsuit. So I know in the chat someone said I think someone's talking about Cardano, right? Let's see. Yeah, Nico said, "What's your opinion regarding accusation against ADA?" So right now, I just wouldn't be in altcoins. I don't think, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't have any comments on if these crypto are a security or not. To me, a lot of the altcoins, some of them are, like Ethereum is not labeled as security. Yeah, I believe some of them are very decentralized, so they shouldn't be considered a security. And ADA, I don't really, I believe it is fairly decentralized, so I believe it shouldn't be labeled as a security. But what I say doesn't matter, right? What I say does not matter at all. But let's take a look at what the SEC is accused of being a security. So in the case against Binance, the 10 cryptocurrency, and you guys want to listen in on this because if you guys are holding altcoins, right, and you don't know this is very important to the price action. So BNB, Binance USD, Solana, Cardano, Polygon or Matic, Cosmos, Sand, Decentraland or Mana, and Axie Infinity and Kadi all 10 of these were named in the lawsuit, and they are considered securities by the SEC, as well as ICP, Internet Computer, Near Protocol, Voyager Token, and Nexos. So all, I believe 13, so 13 or 14 of these tokens were basically just pronounced as securities from the SEC lawsuit. So if you guys don't know what happens, basically SEC doesn't release a list that's like, okay, these are securities. They have been kind of telling you which one is the security by suing the crypto exchanges that list them. So if we go on this chart and look at the price action of these cryptocurrencies, right? Let's take a look at Binance. All of these tokens have basically dumped 20 to 30% after the lawsuit came out. ADA is down. Let's see how much ADA is down. ADA is down 20%. And it continued down today. They're on a pretty heavy selling volume. So if you guys in ADA, I honestly wouldn't be in any altcoins right now. I would be switching my altcoins. I know it's a little bit late to tell you guys this already, but our live stream was today. But I would be switching all my coins to Bitcoin. On Twitter, I was talking about how Bitcoin was very strong compared to everything else, and I would be switching all of my altcoins into Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. ADA looking bad. Binance also looking very bad. Down 15%. Matic as well. Continuing even lower today. Let's see how much Matic is down. From the starting lot, Matic is down 20%. Algo as well. Let's see. Algo down 20%. So most of these coins that were mentioned in the lawsuit are already down 20%. Solana, actually, it doesn't look Solana's down 20% exactly. So it seems that all of these altcoins have taken a 20% haircut just from this lawsuit, right? Even though some of these are reaching support, if you guys are holding any of these coins labeled as securities by the SEC, I just wouldn't be in them right now. There's too much risk surrounding it. A lot of crypto exchanges could be delisting them as well. So I would have extreme caution in holding these altcoins, the listed altcoins. And you guys can see, right? These only apply to the altcoins that were labeled as security. If you guys look at XRP, XRP should be winning the lawsuit against the SEC, and XRP is performing really great. It has had relatively, right? It hasn't fallen at all versus the coins that we have just looked at. And if we look at Near as well, I believe is down 15%. Near is only down 15%. So the bottom line is, if you guys are holding altcoins, that's not recommended. I would switch to Bitcoin or Ethereum as your holdings, because those are not securities, and the SEC has confirmed that at least Bitcoin itself is not a security. So moving on, right? So what is the positive? What is the positive part that's coming out of all of this FUD, or SEC lawsuits and enforcements, right? If we look at the Bitcoin chart, let's go to the hourly. All right, let's go to the hourly here. So on Bitcoin, this is when the initial Coinbase news came out, right? The initial Binance lawsuit came out. It caused Bitcoin to dump past all points of support, right, all the way to 25,500, right? Pretty big downtrend, pretty strong selling volume as well. But when the Coinbase news came out, we only had this tiny drop. So we basically had a retest of the low put in by the Binance lawsuit. And then soon after the Coinbase news came out, we see a big and strong reversal. This reversal actually covered this whole daily red candle that was caused by the Binance lawsuit. So why is this a good thing, right? Why is this a good thing? So if you guys have bad news in the market, negative news, very negative news, such as the SEC lawsuit against a exchange, or just coming after crypto in general, right? The logical thing is to think that prices will drop, because negative news, negative price action. Positive news, positive price action. It makes sense, right? Positive, negative, negative. But when you see a divergence in the news and price action, that is when you know that the sellers are done selling. So, for example, the Coinbase news came out. It's very negative. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone thinks Bitcoin's going to go lower. SEC's coming after Coinbase. They're coming after Binance. They're coming after everybody, right? Every crypto is screwed in the USA. And, all of this fear, all of this FUD going on. But what does price do? Price goes up. So everyone's scratching their heads. Everyone's kind of like, hey, what's going on? Why is price going up when the negative news is coming out and when the crypto sector is dying? So that is where the divergence come from, right? So negative news, we expect price to go down, but price goes up. So that means sellers are done. There are less sellers than there are buyers, right? Because that's basically what price is, what price action is. If there are more buyers than sellers, price goes up. If there are more sellers than buyers, price goes down. So even with the negative news, buyers stepped in and took prices higher. And if we look at the RSI as well, we had a divergence on the 1 hour, meaning selling pressure and selling momentum was way lower than what was shown during the Binance lawsuit. And if we dig in farther, let's look at the open interest, right? This is something I like to look at as well. So before the Binance news came out, we see open interest start increasing. We're assuming this is shorts taking on positioning. And of course, a lot of people have insider info. People, maybe they know that the SEC is coming after Binance, right? They get this information ahead of us. Because there's insiders, right? It could be the SEC, could be family members, could be Binance, right? Could be just people hearing the rumor. So we see an increase in open interest. And then on the decline, right, we see open interest hold pretty steady, because probably longs are being squeezed out and shorts are adding to their position. So it kind of evens out. But when you see this open interest decreasing, right, and prices shooting up, it means that shorts are being liquidated and squeezed out of their positions, and longs are really not chasing this move. So this is just a low volume squeeze of the shorts, right? Because we can see open interest decrease significantly on this move up. So this shows us that, at least to me, when I saw the negative news come out and price action go up, this was telling me that Bitcoin is very bullish and that I should be changing my view on the market. So when this happened, give me a moment. Let me delete some of these. So when this happened, I placed some, structured product orders, and I took some longs as well on Litecoin, just because, this to me was a very strong bottom. So even right now at this 26,000 level, right? I am still bullish because we had this divergence here, and usually this type of divergence sentiment lasts a long time. So because of this, I would say unless we take out this 25,500, I will stay bullish, and I will be placing buy the dip orders at 25,500, because unless this breaks, I believe we are bullish. And this is good because if you guys take any trades over here or near the bottom of this 25,500, then if we break, you get stopped out, no issues, right? Because if we break this 25,500, I am for sure we are going to go to 25,000 and 24,000, because, when you're trading, you don't want to be having your stop near a place where it's kind of like, okay, if we break, if I get stopped out, we might reverse to the upside. If I get stopped out, we might hang around for a little bit, because that just means it's not a very valid level. Instead, if you get stopped out and prices dump, then you had a very good stop loss level and you were trading at a level of critical importance. So let's take a look at some of the trades I placed when I saw this action, right?
Hey Jay, do you mind explaining what buy the dip and cover gain is?
Did someone ask?
Yeah, I know, but I think maybe some of them are not familiar with it.
Okay, sure. So give me 1 second, guys. Let me pull up my stuff. Okay, cool. All right, so for everyone here that has been around knows what dual investment and covered gain and buy the dip is, but for those who are new, covered gain or buy the dip. Let's start with buy the dip. Buy the dip basically is a product we have on Pinex. It means that it's basically, you can think about it this way. It's a limit order where you set a buy level, right? You set the buy level, and if it reaches that buy level, we buy the coin. You get the coin at that price. If you don't, you receive interest, or we call it premium, but it's basically an interest payment to you. So if it doesn't reach that level, you get interest payment, and if it does, you get the coin plus interest. So no matter what, you're going to get the interest on top of your limit order. So that's how I kind of view at it. If you guys want to go into more detail, you can read about it on our website, or it's just like simple option selling as well, if you guys are familiar with stock market. And covered gain is the same thing, but opposite. You're selling a limit sell order above. So for example, if you set a limit sell at 29,000, if Bitcoin's at 28, then you get paid interest. If Bitcoin is at 30, then you sell at 29,000 and you get the interest. So that's basically like a quick breakdown of it. If you guys have any more questions around that, put it in the chat and I can go over it as well. So these were some of the orders I placed when I saw the big drop, right, on Binance and on Coinbase. So on the Coinbase drop, after the Coinbase news came out and I see prices actually move up, I immediately placed a 24,500. Where does this say that? Let me see. Okay, I guess it doesn't even say it. But right here, 24,500 strike level by the dip. And it returned me 28% annualized returns. So as prices get more volatile, like there's more action in the markets, there's more risk, there's higher interest, there's higher volatility, so you get a higher premium payout on buy the dip and covered gain. So for this one, put in 2,000 and I got 28% annualized return. So in like a couple of days, I got $6 of interest. And this one didn't expire yet. This one's for 24,000. I did a longer period of time. I locked in that 24,000 at 22% interest. And these are some of the trades I placed last week. These almost got executed at 26,000. So I almost bought Bitcoin at 26,000, which isn't such a bad thing either, right? Because buying Bitcoin at 26,000 is already a very low price level. And as I showed you guys before, we're in the bear market right now. So any price you guys buy will be better than a year down the road. So as you can see, this one, we got 20% annualized interest. Gonna take that profit. And this one on Ethereum, it was a safer trade. I wanted to buy Ethereum at 1,800. This one only returned 13% annualized returns. Still pretty good. Didn't get executed. I don't think we have lost money a single week placing these trades yet. And we have been doing this live stream for how long? See it, like a couple months already, right?
Yeah, a couple months. Since last year. But
Since-
we are doing regular weekly live stream maybe for 2 or 3 months already.
Yeah, we haven't. I don't think we have had a single loss for the past like 3-4 months, to be honest.
Mhm.
So if you guys are following along, like be sure to drop that in the chat as well. Danny says I hunt 100 plus interest. Yeah, that those are good. I do that sometimes when I want to buy the coin like straight up, right? If I want to buy the coin straight up. Maybe I want to buy at 26,000. Maybe I'll do this one day 141% APY one. To be honest, you guys can do stuff like this too, but obviously there's a higher chance of you just buying Bitcoin at this level.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually, let's see how much. I'm actually okay with buying some Bitcoin at 26,250. So let's do this, right? I'll put it, but I only want to buy like, let's say $500. I only want to buy $500 of this. So I'm getting 141% annualized return on the single trade right here. You guys can also do that, but don't follow this. This is very risky. If you guys want to do it yourself. Just don't tell them I want I showed it. Because it is very risky. And so Sia, do you want to go over the rules of the contest for the 2550 USDT, or should I show what trades I'm taking first?
I think I show the let me show the rules first.
Okay. All right, guys. Sia's gonna go over the rules for the contest.
Yes. So guys, listen carefully. There's how you can win 25 USDT from us this time. So first, you gotta follow Jay's Twitter. His account is 0xtrades on Twitter. So you follow him and you just retweet or repost our live stream post with your do investment orders on Twitter or Facebook and tag 2 of your friends. And then send us a screenshot on Telegram to participate. I have put my Telegram account in the chat in the description box. So just add me on Telegram, and I will handle everything for you. And then your order must be placed after June 9th, 7:30 p.m. UTC. So you can place order whenever you're ready since now. And the investment amount for buy the dip needs to be greater than 50 USDT. And then we will randomly select one person from each platform who retweets or reposts before June 11, before Sunday, 11:59 p.m. UTC this week. So go make some orders and post it on Facebook and Twitter, and send me a screenshot on Telegram.
Yeah, here, let me show you guys.
Yes.
Just like my Twitter, I guess, and the Pinex page. Here's the Pinex page. All right, so yeah, here's my Twitter account. You guys can just come to my Twitter. You guys can come to my Twitter account and just retweet. I think retweet this, quote tweet, and then just like post your order, and that's it. So for example, post the order that you took, during the live stream, and then we basically will choose you randomly, and then we'll just airdrop 25 USDT into your account. It's pretty it's pretty good, right? It's a pretty good amount. It's higher than the interest you're gonna make, and especially for small accounts, guys, you guys definitely want to be doing this. And you don't have to use Twitter. You can use Facebook as well. If you have Facebook, you guys can go on Facebook. For example, this one right here, the Pinex Global one. I posted it in the chat. You guys can also just come over to this post on the Pinex Facebook page and just press share or share right here. Share.
Can you share screen with Facebook?
Sorry about that. Yeah. Ankit. I hope I'm saying it right. Yeah, just come to the Facebook, Pinex Facebook page, and press share on the most recent post. Share the feed, and then post your trade, and then just share it onto your feed. My Twitter username is 0xtrades. I think it's in the YouTube description, right?
Yes. I will put the rules in the description box. So don't panic. You will still get to look at it, guys.
Yeah. If you guys miss it, just look at the description, or if you guys are watching the video, you guys can go back on the video as well.
Yes.
But yeah, you don't have to copy my trade. You guys can take the trades that you want on altcoins or Bitcoins, but I'm going to share it with you guys what trades I'm taking. So as I said before, right, I don't believe, let's go look at the chart one more time. I don't believe Bitcoin is going to fall under this 25,500. And if it does, I believe it's going to dump to 24,000, right? But I don't think, after what happened with the Coinbase and SEC news, I don't believe we're going to go under here once again. So let me come back to my page. Let me take a look. So 7-day. Let's take a look at the 7-day ones so we can come back next week to review what has happened. 7-day, 25,500, and it's 30% annualized returns. So if you guys are more aggressive, I would do this one, the 25,500 for 30% annualized return. This one's very high annualized return. I'm going to split mine up. I'm going to do some for this one. I'm going to put in like 1,000 USDT for this one. And then I'm also going to put in more for the 25,000. So if you guys don't know how to use the website, we are very new, just go to earn and go to structured. And then under dual investment, scroll all the way down. If you guys want the 7 days, which I'm using, 7-day, and then I'm going to place some for the 25,000 7 days. So this is 17% annualized return. Because there's a lower chance of this getting executed, I'll put in more money. I'll put in 2,000 USDT. You guys see that right here? 2,000 USDT, 18% annualized return. Target price 25,000. Delivery date 7 days. Bye. And Niall said, why did the trade not get executed at 26,000? So the trade, for dual investment, it has to be under 26,000 at expiry. So even if prices go under 26,000, let's say 25,500, but the time period is not up yet, then the trade doesn't get executed. So if the trade, for example, on this one right here, right, after a week, if the price after a week on June 16th, if the price is under 25,500, then I will get my Bitcoin at 25,500. So these are the two trades I would take. So if you guys want to follow me, you guys can take these trades and post a screenshot on Twitter and share it. I'm gonna I can share right now. I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'm gonna go to my Twitter. I guess I'll share myself. Retweet, quote, tweet. Put the picture in here. Tag 2 friends. And tweet. And that's it. So if you guys just do that, we're going to be randomly choosing. No, you don't have to post your USDT wallet on Twitter, Danny. You can, we'll choose a winner and we'll reach out and we'll just airdrop. We'll just need your email for Pinex and we'll just airdrop it into your account. And Keith said, one knowledge I gained today: when SEC files lawsuit, then start on Infinity Grid. Yeah, when SEC files lawsuit and Bitcoin doesn't go down, just buy Bitcoin. That's the one thing you guys should take away from this. And I believe someone asked, let me see, Benjamin asked, which bot utilizes buy the dip strategy the best? Which bot? Sia, do you wanna talk about that? Which bot do you think utilizes buy the dip strategy the best?
I think the do you know the copy box on the front page of our app? There's like high frequency flying wheel and like a more conservative version of flying wheel. If you wanna just purely earn USDT, I think that flying wheel is a very good tools to utilize buy the dip. But if you want to accumulate coins, I think you can just set up a target buy price and keep using buy the dip to actually buy some coins.
Yeah. That is correct. So for me personally, if you just want to, like Sia said, if you just want to utilize buy the dip, then I would just keep on using buy the dip. Like I'm doing it right now, right? I do it manually every week on live stream, Benjamin. So if you see that, we haven't had any losses so far, and I just keep on rolling the buy the dip every week, and just making interest. So every week we don't get executed, it means we're reaching that 20% return a year, and 20% to 30% return a year is very good, right? A hedge fund cannot even achieve those returns. Obviously, if you're gambling on futures, of course, me too, I like to gamble on futures as well. You can make 100% a day, right? But you're not using your whole money. Are you like, I would be scared to put in my whole net worth into a futures trade, right? Sure, I can make 100%. I can also lose 100%. So for futures, you can definitely make more, but it's just, it's not consistent. So our strategy with structured products and buy the dip is a very, scalable and maintainable strategy. So let me see. Someone asked, Kalik Clock. Binance getting hit hard. What is your projection for BNB? My prediction for BNB isn't very positive. It's, I mean, if you want to, if just from a overview type, BNB is gonna get screwed by the SEC, right? So in the US, lots of people are gonna dump BNB, as you can see, it has already happened. But of course, Binance is still one of the largest, but I feel like it's just a lot of FUD coming around for Binance, so I just wouldn't be buying BNB right now. But from a purely technical point of view, BNB is at support. Let's take a look, right? It had one higher low here, one higher low here. Oh, sure, I'm not even sharing my screen. And then one higher low. If this becomes a higher low, one higher low here, right? So if you guys want to trade BNB, I would buy at this like 245 range, and if it breaks 220, I would just be out. So I'm just going off these higher lows. We're not making higher highs, but at least we see buyers step in higher than the previous low, and that is a positive and bullish sign. Overall, though, it just overall, I just wouldn't be in altcoins right now. I would just be in Bitcoin. But Binance, just from a purely technical point of view, it doesn't look bad at 245. I would buy it when it goes low. I wouldn't chase it up just because you have a better risk and reward, right? If you buy at 245, you have a $20 risk. That's only 10%. 10% isn't horrible, right? 10% isn't horrible, because if it does bounce off to 45 and go up to 350 again, you're going to be up 50% or 40%. So that's like 4-to-1 risk and reward. So this isn't a too bad of a trade. I would actually take this if you're bullish on BNB. Let's see. Let me read on the chat.
We have a lot of questions today.
Yeah, Danny said that in Canada, it happened the same thing. People can't withdraw with fiat. Oh, there's a lot of people saying stuff. With the trailing buy bot. Okay, it seems to be called something different on my app. Trailing buy bot. Are you talking about? Are you on the US app, Benjamin? Is there a dual investment for SOL BTC? Yeah, there's no dual investment right now for the SOL BTC pair, Niles. There's going to be a dual investment for the BTC ETH pair, as we talked about. That's coming out soon. So right now, all the pairs are USDT. But soon, yeah, okay. You already answered, yeah.
Yeah, already answered.
Ashif asked, Pinex is based in Singapore, but why Singapore users are not allowed? I'm pretty sure.
What are not allowed?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Singapore users are allowed. Not sure why. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Yeah, you think that. Any thoughts on TRX? Let me check out TRX. What is that? Tron. It looks like shit today. Before this, it looked pretty good. Let me see. Yeah, so TRX actually looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not looking at the news, any of you guys. So if there's some news on TRX and it's like bad news, then don't follow what I'm saying. But TRX has been relatively strong, right? I have been watching this one for a little bit. It's been consistently like making higher lows and not really having a big pullback. So TRX is actually stronger than a lot of the other altcoins, but this also might just be Justin Song like pumping TRX and just like creating artificial demand and just buying. But I don't really like this big red candle today. It's down 5%. I don't really like that. But if it goes into 7 cents, I could see like this as a buy zone just to try it out just for a bounce. And if it breaks under 6.7 cents, I probably get out. So TRX actually looks not horrible. Aneeked and Keat. I suck at names. Sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can we connect Pinex to TradingView for automation? Yes, you can do that. If you have TradingView Premium and you have a script, you can automate your trading bots from TradingView on Pinex. So that is something that you are definitely able to do. I'm not going to show you because it's just like it's going to take a long time. But for example, if you go to Spotbot, right, and then you go down to Signalbot right here, and just press create, and then it says TradingView custom signal, right? I already have some signal set. You guys, if you do this, you can read the instructions. For example, I have some script set. If I wanted to do this, I'll just automate the signal, select the trading pair I want to use it on, like BTC, select your leverage, and select how much money you want to do, and create the bot. So yes, you can definitely automate TradingView with Pinex. Amir asks, would you long LTC now until halving? Yes, I would. I would long LTC. So if you guys, if you looked on my Twitter, I made this trade on LTC, right, on the Pinex futures, entered at 85, exited at like 95, and I re-entered also currently. So I just entered, made it like a small position. I just entered LTC right now as well, a small position. I'm up like 5%. It's like nothing because it was such a small position. If we take a look at the LTC chart, let me find LTC. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. There's no mention of LTC on the lawsuits, right? We did have a pretty big dump, but we held up at the 85 support level again. And I believe we do have the 200-day moving average coming up. Oh, it's right here. Yes. We got support from the 200-day again. So this is not a bad buy price for Litecoin. I am taking some long here, and so it's up to you if you want to as well. And Danny, futures trading is just the same thing as spot trading. It's just that you have more leverage. So if you're new to it, I wouldn't use leverage, and I would just trade spot. It's cheaper anyways. But if you do want to get a little leverage, that's how you get those crazy, like, for example, crazy like 280% gains, right? But with this, you're only using a small amount of your capital. Like, you're not going to gamble your whole account on this. I would still recommend, doing structured products for your overall portfolio because it's just much safer in general. And no problem, Ankit, no problem. Yeah, it is something new that we have added. And if you guys don't know as well, Ankit, we also have a marketplace. So it's very hidden, and we're going to redo the website. But if you go to more, under more, you can find Pinex GPT. This is on the website, not on the app. And under Pinex, am I not showing the? Oh, here we go. Under Pinex GPT, this is just the Pinex GPT that helps you code. But if you go to the GPT marketplace, right over here, you guys can also see like different influencer strategies that has already been uploaded onto Pinex, and you guys can copy it for free. Some of them are free. For example, this one, the IntelliBot SMC strategy for Optimism coin. They have back tested, right? 1,000% annualized return over 1 year. But just be very careful because these strategies are back looking, right? So even if you create it now, maybe you create it like when it's like right before the dip's gonna come. So just even though if you guys see this crazy 1,000% returns, just know that like there will be drawdowns, and if you get unlucky, you might be like you might just buy it when it's dipping, right? And then you lose money, you guys get scared and you get out, and then it goes up because the strategy is a long-term strategy. So just be very cautious if you guys do choose. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen right here.
Yeah.
If you guys look at this back test, like 1,000% annualized, right? And then you guys can look at the previous returns, like 30-day, 90-day maximum. If you look at the maximum, it's like a crazy return, but like don't focus on that. Focus on the risk you guys are willing to take, okay? Because if you guys don't understand the strategy, you're just copying his strategy. And you don't know when the drawdown is going to come, and you don't know if you're getting it at the bottom or at the top. But you guys can, play around with this. We have a bunch of different strategies with a bunch of different influencers or quant traders. So just take some time and check it out. Yeah, Ankit, invite your friends. Come tell them about Pinex. Right? We have a referral program as well. Invite your friends to come to the live stream. We always go over the platform. We have so many new tools that a lot of people don't even know about yet. Yeah, Danny, that's what I do too. Just have a small balance that gamble on futures, and most of my stack is doing structured products. For futures, there's a small timer countdown on top of funding. Where is that? I know what you're talking about. Maybe it's on the app.
Yeah, on the app, it clearly shows funding.
That's okay. I know what it is. So Danny, so what that is just that for futures there is a funding rate. So basically it means because to balance out the longs and the shorts, it means if the funding rate is positive, the shorts have to pay the longs have to pay the shorts percent interest every 8 hours. So when the timer like stops, basically if you're long, you have to pay the shorts like a little bit of interest. It's like super little, like 0.08 or 0.02 or 1%. It's like super low. That's like one part of the cost because you get leverage. So your $100 you can trade up to $10,000, right? Just in borrowed money. So that's why there's like a little timer. It doesn't really matter because for futures you're like out of the trade pretty quickly, or you're up like 200%. or you're down, or you just get blown up and you're down, right? But if you're up 200%, you know, that little 0.08% doesn't really matter. Okay, cool. We're right on the 1 hour mark. So if you guys don't have any questions, we're going to end it right there. Be sure, guys, we used to have a chance to win 25 USDT. I think we're going to pick 2 winners. And all you have to do is just place a structured products order. And if you guys have been following along, we haven't had any losses on the live stream yet. So of course, everything is not financial advice, but if you guys want to take my idea and follow it, be sure to do that, and also just give us the screenshots, post it on Twitter or Facebook, and we might choose you for the prize. And it's just free $25. And I'm sure in a lot of countries that's like more than an hour's salary. So, you know, guys, be sure to take advantage of that.
I think Danny has one more questions about funding rate. Yes.
So what's the difference between spot and futures? Spot, you can only trade.
He's not asking the difference between spot and future, but asking like if the funding fee is subtracted from the balance.
Oh, yes. So the difference is there's a funding rate for futures. And the other difference is spot, you cannot use leverage. Futures, you can use leverage. So for spot, you have $100, it's just $100. For futures, you have $100, it could be $10,000 to trade with, right? And the other difference is just the funding rate is subtracted from your balance. And that is correct. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks, Amir. Thanks, Liam. Thanks, Niles. Thank you guys for coming. You know, as always, you know, we appreciate you guys for coming. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, and we will see you next time. And I hope you guys have a nice weekend. I'm sure, you know, everyone wants to relax and get away. Everyone's pretty tired. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Bye, guys. Bye, Ankit. Bye, Ankit. Ankit's a doctor. That's dope. We'll talk more. We'll talk more, Ankit.
Bye, guys.